fisherman originating from Fishman Island. He was part of an all-fisherman pirate crew called the Sun Pirates. Soon after the disbandment of the Sun Pirates, Jinbei quickly showed his power and might when he rose to the title of warlord. Jinbei is wise. He holds a great deal of knowledge and understanding of the world. What sets him apart from his kind is that he has a grasp of what goes on behind the scenes. When we get to Jinbei, he is constrained because he opposed the Navy in the direction they were heading in. Jinbei went through a great deal of strife and pain. He then helps Luffy from the moment they meet. Jinbei gives Luffy words of direction and stability. His purpose among the Straw Hats is to give advice to Luffy during his troubling times. Jinbei is also the helmsman of the ship. He is able to steer through the unpredictable currents, or in other words, steer Luffy through his problems. With Luffy, Jinbei's words hold weight. He has become invaluable to Luffy. Brook is the musician of the Straw Hat Pirates. He was formerly a musician of the Rumbar Pirates. After the downfall of the Rumbar Pirates, he drifted the ghostly waters alone for 50 years. He then finally meets Luffy and the Straw Hats. His role among the Straw Hats is to raise their spirits with his music. Brook's presence among the Straw Hats is to show that a person's soul does not change, even if the physical form changes. He was a musician in his first and second life. Brook has complete control over his soul and can compel other souls with his music. The energy he brings to the crew is uplifting and calming. Frankie is a cyborg who used to dwell on the island Water 7. There he builds ships all shapes and sizes. He joins the Straw Hats to be their shipwright. Even though he builds ships, he can also build other trinkets and gadgets that are useful. He is able to build almost anything with minimal equipment and resources. Frankie is very exuberant and outgoing. Due to his nature, he fixes or improves things to make them better. His hammer does not just repair material things, it also repairs Luffy's heart. He became what Luffy sees as cool, a cyborg with many gadgets at hand, a suit of armor, and a big robot. Robin grew up on the island O'Hara. There she learned and studied to become an archaeologist. From then on, she traveled, gaining and seeking knowledge of the past. During her travels, she meets Luffy. With him, she is able to follow her passion under his protection. Robin's purpose on the Straw Hats is to decipher the ancient texts of the past to allow him to reach his dreams. She slowly puts together the map left behind by others. She not only knows things of the past, but also of the present as well. She has vast knowledge and understanding of the world. Robin is the key to unlocking the secrets of Luffy's dream. Chopper is a reindeer that is able to communicate with humans and animals alike. He originates from Drum Island, where he gained most of his medical experience. Chopper joined the Straw Hats as their doctor. In actuality, Chopper is more of a healer than just a doctor. Of course, he is able to heal the physical wounds, but he is also there to heal the scars that are not seen. When Luffy is poisoned or close to death, he has complete trust in Chopper will always save him. Chopper's purpose is to heal all wounds. Chopper has a kid-like nature that allows Luffy to also be kid-like. Under Luffy, he discovers that there are all types of wounds and diseases that he is able to cure. Sanji is a cook who at a point in time starved for many days, so he knows the value of food and what it can do to a person's life. He was born to the German kingdom but escaped and became a cook under Zeph. He joins the Straw Hats to be their new cook. For the Straw Hats, Sanji gives them energy and nutrients in the form of delicious foods. Sanji's purpose is to feed the crew what they need to keep moving forward. He signifies what the hands can do. He is able to create with his hands, basically the fuel for the mind, body, and soul. To Luffy, his food will always taste the best. Nami was once known as a cat burglar. She grew up in Kokoyashi village, where she worked under Arlong, drawing maps for him. During this time, she gained the skills to navigate the sea. She meets Luffy when he is in need of a navigator. At first, she didn't stay because she had made a promise to free her village from Arlong. During the journeys with Luffy, she realizes that with him she will be able to draw a map of the world. Nami acts as a guide for Luffy on the sea, directing him through the dangerous storms. But likewise, she is able to guide Luffy through his emotions. Nami's purpose is to give Luffy direction. She has the ability to lead Luffy wherever he wants to go. Usopp is a known liar in his village. He grew up in Syrup Village telling people all sorts of crazy stories. Of course, no one believed him, but there was a different reason behind telling these stories. Usopp has exceptional aim. He joins the Straw Hats and becomes their sniper. He does not use conventional weapons because with his eyes he can see what others cannot. Usopp's purpose is to show that there is real evil that one should be weary of. But by telling these lies, he is convincing himself he can take on this evil. Regarding Luffy, Usopp's eyes show the monsters that he faced. He's Luffy's anxiety and fears personified. Usopp's eyes see all. Zoro is a three-sworded swordsman. He grew up and trained in Shimasuki village. Zoro was once a pirate hunter, targeting whoever to get by. But in his time of peril, Luffy found him. Zoro was a wandering swordsman until Luffy gave his swords direction. Zoro now wields his blades for something bigger. Zoro's will, drive, and discipline shows in his training and swordsmanship. He gets lost due to his straightforward and stubborn nature. Zoro's purpose is to slay Luffy's enemies or those he perceives as a threat. Zoro is the sword that also protects Luffy's back. In other words, Zoro takes on challenges and foes that Luffy cannot see. Zoro will lay waste to anything that threatens Luffy's life. Luffy founded the Straw Hat Pirates and started his journey of the great big world. He is in search of those that can help him on his journey and aid him in achieving his dream. As he starts his journey and gains the people who will help him, he soon realizes that he does not have the strength to combat the many challenges. So he trains and equips himself with the abilities and strength needed to continue. Soon after, Luffy's presence alone can make foes falter. He has become strong enough to take on these challenges and prevail. Luffy's tenacity and the will to never give up has pushed him to new heights. Luffy gives purpose to those around him, freeing their minds and hearts.